Well, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. does it again. He shows up to the Danny Jacobs fight over the limit, and they have to reconstruct the weight class to accommodate Chavez Jr. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Sign up for ESPN Plus below using my link, and it does help the channel. Now, Danny Jacobs versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It's a Friday fight, so they did the weigh-in today, and guess what? Chavez Jr. came in overweight. Danny Jacobs, we'll start with him, came underweight. The weight limit is 168 originally. Danny Jacobs came under that, as he's the fighter moving up. He came in at 167.9 pounds, and Chavez Jr. came in at 172.7, so virtually 173 pounds. The fight was to be contested at 168, so he's about 5 pounds over roughly the amount that he contracted on to fight Jacobs at. Now Chavez Jr. is they're gonna take some money out of his purse to keep the fight going and make it a thing. And what's worse for Jacobs is he's the hometown DAZN fighter, and they're not looking out for his best interest. You look at Eddie Hearn, he put this together. Chavez Jr. is not one of his fighters, and he put it against the wishes of Nevada State Athletic Commission. California didn't want the fight because Chavez Jr. failed to take a drug test when he should have. The fight had been requested, the date, and it was going to take place in Nevada. Chavez refused to do a drug test. So, you know, if you guys have been following up, you've caught up with that whole fiasco. Chavez somehow, you know, protested and got an injunction, and they allowed the fight to continue. And new media, Boxing Ego, myself, Ego, I told you guys that this was a foolish fight. It was a foolish game plan, and I don't know why Eddie Hearn was risking his neck, you know, for a fighter that's not even his, putting his own fighter at a potential risk. You know, if anybody doesn't want to take a PED test, a drug test, obviously that's going to look weird and raise some eyebrows. But beyond that, now, you know, Eddie Hearn has his fighter in there with Chavez Jr., who's 5 pounds overweight. This is his fighter's first fight at the new weight class, because you have to keep in mind, Jacobs just fought Canelo in May at 160, and he decided to give his body a break. He said 160 was becoming too hard as he aged and, you know, matured with his career. 160 was too hard to create, to comfortably make, so he decided to move up. No problem. He's moving up 8 pounds, and then now on top of that, he came in under, and Chavez Jr. came over. Now what's worse is, from what I understand, they're not doing any type of next day weigh-in. So unlike, you know, Canelo with the rehydration clause, in this situation, you seem like you would want to tame the other person's weight because they've already missed weight, you know. So there's nothing like that in place to protect Jacobs from Chavez ballooning up to whatever he wants to make weight. So he missed weight, and they didn't negotiate on behalf of Jacobs to make sure Chavez doesn't go past, you know, let's say 185, 189. So Chavez Jr. can come in 206 pounds and have a, you know, whatever, 20, 30, 35 pound functional weight advantage, you know. And that's just crazy, because even in the Canelo fight, Chavez had a rehydration clause, so he couldn't just balloon back up. He had to monitor himself, so he could just gorge and eat and, you know, try to upset Danny Jacobs. And, you know, that's going to be horrible for DAZN, because that's their fighter, unless they work a deal and keep Chavez on the network or something. But once again, Chavez Jr., you know, it's not really shocking at this point that he doesn't make weight. Unprofessional, non-disciplined. And this is precisely what I told you guys. I said, I don't know why. I said there's a high chance that, you know, something could go wrong here. And I said, what if he fails a drug test? You know, he might not make weight. Guess what? He didn't make weight. So, new media looking like we on top. And still, let me know what you guys think of this news. Chavez virtually 5 pounds heavier than the guy moving up. It's just, I never seen a promoter take care of their fighter in this manner. Like, why would you want your own fighter to be at the maximum deficit? Money is cool. Yeah, Jacobs gets a bit more money. I don't know how much they agreed to, but yeah, that doesn't, you can make more money throughout your career if you extend your career. If you get knocked out by Chavez Jr. because he's weighing whatever ungodly amount he's weighing, then that's going to set Jacobs' career back because he just lost to Canelo. So it'll be back-to-back losses to Mexican fighters in 2 fights. And no one wants to lose 2 back-to-back. So this will help Chavez Jr.'s career if he holds a good account of himself and or beats Jacobs, and it'll hurt him. So I don't see why you would want your fighter who could go on to fight Billy Joe Saunders or Caleb Smith, even, you know, fights like this, why you would want him at this maximum deficit, you know. But some people only care about money, and it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. I told you Chavez Jr. is no guarantee he makes weight, and he didn't. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We work.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.